Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 110. Ready?
110.
As always, Daniel Navaroli.
Hello, Connor. What's up, gamers? I like that you pronounce my name right every time.
Navaroli. You know, I got
Yeah.
it like 50 episodes ago, and now I'm just so proud of myself. I say it to everyone.
It like having it being my name. Like in my entire life, I have so many people just pronounce it this way, pronounce it that way. Give me nicknames.
Nah,
It's just like
none of
I
that shit.
I have heard every nickname you're gonna give me. Like you don't need to say it. You know what I mean?
What do people say? What do
Oh,
you
I
get
don't
out of
want to go into
Navaroli?
it. A
Oh,
lot.
man.
Trust me.
Oh, God, I wish I heard some of these. We need to contact your high school bully or something. To
Oh no,
fucking
it was
find
even
out.
teachers. I've had teachers.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The teacher's the one shoving you in a locker, taking your lunch.
No, but making nicknames with my name.
Wow,
Teachers have even done it.
that's unfortunate. I love it. Navaroli, you know, man.
Yeah, I like my last name.
It's great. Rolls right off the tongue, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's not too bad.
Daniel. Been another busy week in the world of video games.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, it's pretty much just been all Elden Ring. Before we
That's
get
all
on
I've
to the
been
news,
doing.
I would like to remind everyone to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also subscribe to us over on audio platforms, and that would just be lovely of you.
Yeah, Spotify.
Do it, and I will
Apple.
return your parents safely. That's right. They're kidnapped. They're in my closet right now. We'll give them back.
I'm not a part of this.
We'll give them back.
I
We'll give
I
'em
am
back.
not a part of this.
I literally just ran around the world and took everyone's parents, you know.
Does that include mine and yours?
Are you subscribed to us over on youtube.com/nerdicgods?
I think I am.
Then your parents are safe.
Oof. That's good.
Anyways, Daniel, it has been a busy week in the world of video games. And this week,
It
Daniel,
has. Yeah.
we are going to start off with the MPD numbers. It's,
Yes, because
Sims ain't here, and we get to just geek out about this.
I just want to say, I don't like to look at these ahead of time before the show because I don't like it to be spoiled. We were wrong.
Oh,
And we were wrong
so
by a
wrong.
lot.
Well,
We
I
were
mean,
wrong.
let's just start off with that. So,
Please.
Elden Ring is your number one seller of the month of February of last month by a fucking landslide. And,
It
yeah.
keeps getting revealed of like what records this has been
so
breaking.
Bandai Namco just came out 2 days ago now and said it sold a little over 12 million, including all digital and physical sales.
Yeah, it is. It is in Europe. It is the number one, or it's the fastest selling game, new IP. I should say, fastest selling new IP since The Division in 2016.
Really? I'm surprised Cyberpunk wasn't.
I know.
I guess maybe that was just more America.
Yeah, probably.
And that, yeah.
And then I saw something like it. I'd have to look more into it, but it was something like this is the fastest or the highest selling third party Japanese game of all time.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, or something like that,
That's insane.
which is unreal.
So yeah, you alluded to it earlier. I mean, you were not. I don't think anyone was really expecting this. With this, if you were, you're kind of lying. You know,
Yeah.
I just
Not this level, right?
Not this level. The evidence just didn't add up. You know, the highest selling Souls games before this was Dark Souls 3 at 10 million, and that took,
And it took
its
years.
whole lifetime to get there. Yeah, and you're telling me this outsold that in a matter of days, a day,
2 weeks.
2 weeks, because But also the MPD number. I know this doesn't count for the 12 million marker, but the MPD ended on February 26th. This game came out on February 25th.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, so I guess it beat these other games.
So I'm
just
sure
in
it didn't
that
sell
day?
12 million in a day, but
Right.
yeah, just it beat all these other games just in a day. Just fucking
Crazy.
insane. I just I can't believe it. This game is
when Pokemon was there and Horizon.
Pokemon and Horizon were there, yes, and I mean also Dying Light 2, stuff like
Dying Light
that.
2
came out.
is actually the first one sold really well, and
Yeah.
I'm curious to see just where that lands too.
Yeah,
at
we'll
the
get
end of
into
year.
the full MPD number, but I mean, Elden Ring, man, it's having a moment right now. That's for sure.
It was nearly selling 1 million a day in terms of numbers.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Honestly, I did not.
Unreal.
I did not expect this. I thought, Souls games for the longest time have just been like a niche thing, where it's like, yeah, a lot of people like them, but like a lot of people also don't. And now it's open up to a much more casual audience, obviously.
Like I know I made the joke to you in Discord. I think it was yesterday about like, oh, it was George R. R. Martin. But I do wonder, like, has his name really brought people to this game?
Yeah, you gotta.
I would just question that. Like, ask random people, like, how did you hear about this game?
I think it was just the hype over the years, man. You know, I think that
Could be.
just brought a lot of people in, and a lot of people were wondering what this game is, wanting to check it out, especially after all those reviews started dropping and got such a high score on Metacritic. You know, I'm sure the casual audience saw that and was like, "Damn, maybe I should check this out."
Yeah. Not only is it selling more than every other game, it is reviewed better than every other game.
Yeah,
That's
it's
unheard of.
insane, honestly.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted when I first
Yeah.
read this, because I just thought, no way would it sell more than Horizon, Dying Light 2, even Pokemon again. I would have said it was probably like third, before this.
Yeah, even fourth, right? Even
Yeah,
maybe
even
Dying Light
behind
could have
Dying
outsold
Light,
it,
yeah.
but man, did not expect this. Yeah. You're right, the hype, like, we had what? It was first revealed at Xbox's showcase, and then it was like 2 years later at
Yeah, it was a while
Healy's
ago.
thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
then
guess we didn't see it all
which
the way till then,
yeah,
which
it was
gave people just time to keep talking about it. That 2 year process, because normally they got, I think FromSoft normally has a pretty quick like announce and then release schedule. I don't think
yeah.
it's normally a dragged out process like this one was.
Well, I think what they were doing was they were co-developing this at the same time they were making Sekiro
Yeah,
right after Souls 3.
I know. I read
So
this was in development for like 6 years, so
yeah,
who knows if it
which
was
would make
planned,
sense.
like
This game,
pre-production and stuff before that. But yeah,
this game's massive. It makes a
yeah,
lot of sense that
it's a
this
big
took
game.
a long time.
Oh, for sure. So I mean, one of the reasons we like MPD so much is because it does like give us a little glimpse of the future of like what people are gonna see this, and other developers are gonna want to copy this and try to emulate this formula and make the same thing and try to get all that money too. That's again, that's why we like MPD so much, because we just get to see it. So I don't know. What do you think? Like, do you think Elden Ring is going forward is now gonna influence other games and stuff?
Yeah, 100%. I think that we talked about this last week with the little bit that we both played. It being not holding your hand, I think is a good thing, but it definitely needs a little work. I know that Souls things, it's just don't give you this item or whatever and let you figure it out yourself. I like that a lot, but there needs to be a little bit more of a balance there. Like, I am 100%, like, I liked Breath of the Wild's formula a little bit more, just because it was like, get the key relic things for the Sheikah Slate and do that little tutorial island, and then literally everything else is for you. 2 hours might be a little too much, or an hour and a half, whatever it was, might be a little too much. Let's cut that down a little bit, but do the same thing there, and then just give you. That's what I want to see.
Breath of the Wild felt way more free than this. I know you can go anywhere in this, but you kind of can't. If you're like a normal player like me, I understand if you're like very, very good at these games, you could roll into any area you want, beat anything you want. But like, there's an area me and you are in right now. I went there earlier in the game. It was like I couldn't even walk. And like there was
Yeah.
nothing I was doing. And it's like Breath of the Wild, you literally could go anywhere. Also, Breath of the Wild had the freedom of climbing and stuff like that.
Climbing the glider is still a game changer that I think more open world need to do.
Definitely. I wouldn't mind if this game added a little bit of that, a little bit of climbing or something like that. That would have been cool. But
Yeah. What I want to say is I maybe this is too bold of a prediction. I want to say that maybe the Dark Souls name is retired at this point.
yeah, I think
and I think they might
the guy
move.
specifically said he would never make a Dark Souls 4 though, didn't he?
I'm not too sure.
Oh,
You talking about Miyazaki? I'm
Yeah.
not too sure.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure he said that at some point, but
But I would just assume after seeing this, and it's going to continue to sell all the way through the year, we might just see Elden Ring be like the
we might not
spiritual
call it Souls
successor.
games anymore. We might call it
No,
Ring
no, no, no,
games.
no. It'll be Souls-like, but like this is the spiritual successor, and this is the new franchise moving forward. There's
Oh
the Elden
yeah,
Ring
certainly,
2.
certainly. I think there'll be an Elden Ring 2 at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if other developers start trying to make games more like this. Like I guess not the difficulty. I would hope they don't like look at that and are like, oh, we got to make games like super hard. now. I
No.
would hope it's just more of the open world side and the freedom side and the
Knowing
stuff like that.
other like how other developers develop games, they want more people in, and difficulty doesn't bring people in generally.
Yeah.
It brings a specific audience in that people want higher difficulties, but for the most part, you want a wide variety of difficulties to bring more people in. I assume that it'll probably stay that way.
What's crazy too, and I don't know, I'll give them an indication this is, but on the PlayStation side at least, so the last demigod boss I beat, like the last like main boss, it was the second one technically. 40% of people have done that, like have the trophy for that, which kind of amazed me. Where I was like,
in the second area, or
so
are you talking about
the second? What was her name?
Talking about Margit and Godric?
No, I'm the one after that.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever her name was.
Renala.
Renala, yes.
I didn't want to say her name, but yeah, Renala.
Okay, sure. I mean,
it's fine.
Spoilers, whatever. 40% of people got that trophy, and I was like, 40% of people got this. To be fair, that's crazy.
I don't want to like get too much into us playing. We could talk about that in a little bit. Getting to her is way harder than the boss fight to me, so I make sense for her boss fight.
Sure,
but
it was just nuts. Like I saw that, and I was like, damn, I've had a hard time getting up here. You would think like so many people would have turned this on and just like been turned off by it, because of the difficulty, or at least, maybe gotten a Godric or something like that and like, all right, fuck this,
I think Godric's the wall. I think if you can get past Godric, from my experience, we're not even talking about MPDs, but from my experience,
sorry.
if you can, I just want to talk about Elden Ring. If you can get past Godric, you could pretty much beat everything that I've seen in the game so far. So I think that is the wall. And for me, I'm not a Souls person. I've kind of criticized how they feel to play, how even like how the bonfires are and all that, or the graces. Like now that they have the Stakes America because it's open world, they have 2 different things you could respawn at. Like there's just certain things that they've done that I'll just bash my head against the boss now and easily beat him. So
yeah. It's just interesting to me. I was not expecting. I would have expected like 12 million people bought it. I would expect like 11 million of those people won't make it past the first 2 hours or whatever. But maybe not. It's weird times we're living in, Daniel.
Yeah, it could just be freedom of things you could do in the game.
Sure, that's stuff
different builds, different. There's all these different mechanics in this game that could help you beat a boss. So
yeah,
that probably helps.
So go Elden Ring, man. I'm rooting for it. Anytime a single player RPG type thing is doing well, I'm happy. So,
oh yeah,
there you go. We're good. We will now go over the rest of the MPD numbers. We got your top 20 here.
Please.
Starting with number 20, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Hey, keep going.
Some guys saw Elden Ring and they were like, you know what? Nah, let's just get Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Number 19, Far Cry 6. Number 18, Pokemon Diamond and Shiny Pearl. Number 17, NBA 2K22. Number 16, Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition.
It doesn't matter.
There you go.
It doesn't matter.
I wonder why. It was number 57, the last
Maybe
one.
it was a sale.
Yeah, something like that. Number 15, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number
game is in 2020.
Number 14, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 13, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Number 12, Mario Party Superstars. Number 11, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Number 10, Minecraft. Number 9, FIFA 22. Number 8, Mario Kart 8. Which was also number 8 last month. It's just stuck there. It can't leave.
I mean, how much Nintendo have you named already?
A lot.
Mostly Nintendo.
Just all going for it. Number 7, Madden NFL 22. Number 6, Call of Duty Vanguard. And then number 5 is a new one, Total War Warhammer 3. Look at that. So pretty well. Yeah, number 5. Way up there, huh?
For a strategy game? Come on, That's
pretty good, yeah. Also, wasn't on console at launch?
Yeah, good for them. I don't know if they're going to make a console release, but
I wonder if, and this leads back into Elden Ring a little bit, is PC just becoming a more popular platform to buy games on?
I mean, Steam's just awesome.
Yeah.
It's just a great service.
I would like to hear the numbers of how much Elden Ring sold specifically on PC.
I saw a breakdown. It was only a poll, but it was like 40% was on Steam or something.
Really? Yeah, see, I'm not surprised.
It was like nearly half.
Yeah, it's a lot of people over there, A lot of guys wanting to play Elden Ring too. Okay, cool. Number 4, Dying Light 2, Stay Human, debuting there. Not bad for it,
This is a game that's going to have legs. Like they made a lot of DLC for 1.
Yeah,
like, they're gonna keep.
I mean, they got that whole 5-year roadmap now for this one. Yeah. So yeah, this one will keep selling.
I mean, there was DLC for Dying Light like last year or something, or 2 years ago. Like a big DLC, like
technically right now they just put out the PS5, Xbox Series version
Oh
of
yeah,
the original Dying Light. Yeah,
yeah, it's a 2015 game.
yeah, crazy. Number 3 then, Pokemon Legends Arceus, still selling strong.
It
Well,
will.
yeah, I
It's.
wonder where we'll get into like the full year, I guess, later. I wonder if Elden Ring. I mean, Elden Ring must have already surpassed it, huh?
I mean, it's the number one selling game this year so far. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then, number 2, Horizon 2 Forbidden West. They put the 2 there, Daniel. In
See,
this list.
there is a 2 in the logo. There's a 2.
According to Jeff Grubb, yeah, there's a 2.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff Grubb. See, that's
He
why I knew I
agrees with
liked
you.
Jeff Grubb.
He
I
agrees
knew I
with you.
liked him.
Yeah, obviously this game has now I will accept all your Elden Ring has overshadowed Horizon jokes. Now we can just go ahead. It just it got
And
piled on here.
I kind of said that a little bit last week, but like then we didn't even have the the sales numbers, right? It was just like critical numbers. Like
Yeah.
it's insane because it happened like we talked about. It happened twice in a row.
Yeah, it really did.
Two of the greatest games of all time happening right like the week after. That's unreal. Like
What luck.
what bad luck.
You know.
What bad luck.
Honestly, like for Horizon 3, they should not be afraid to delay the game, even if it's like a month out or whatever. If something comes behind it.
I think it might have been Blessing from Kind of Funny. It was like, or maybe it was just on the Gamescast or something like that. They were talking about what would be around Horizon 3.
Oh, was this in Sacred Symbols? Because
maybe it was Sacred Symbols.
They said Elder
they were
Scrolls
like
6.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and it's like,
you know what?
that really
It
would
could
line
be.
up.
It could be.
Yeah.
Like that would line up. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
That'd be crazy too. I don't know. Whatever it is, they better just stay far, far away from it because, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Take your own month.
I wonder how well this game did and all though, because it is the number 1 selling on PlayStation platforms still.
Mhm.
So I'm sure Sony's still happy with it.
Well, it's multi-gen, so it's going to
Yeah, it's
sell
also
pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna. I mean, I would like to hear. I know it sold more on PS5, which also I read Elden Ring sold more on next gen consoles than it did on last consoles, which is a good sign for us because I know me and you really want games to just start being next gen exclusive. Yeah,
move away.
I mean, this is a good sign, right? That those both sold most on next gen consoles.
I mean, that game's going to be in the top 10. Pokemon's going to have 2, Elden Ring, Call of Duty, Horizon. That's going to be 5 of them.
Yeah, I agree. I think Horizon would be on the lower end of 5, but the top 10. Excuse me. Yeah.
It might break 10.
Yeah.
But, I mean, then you're going to have Madden maybe. So like that's probably 6 right there, the top 10.
Yeah.
Maybe Starfield. That's 7.
Yeah, Starfield's kind of up in the air with Game Pass. That whole thing. We'll see where that's out, and then God of War could be up there certainly.
Yeah, but Halo was number 1.
Yeah, the month it came out, but it didn't land in the top 10. So
right.
The whole year.
Sure. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Just I think we'll be looking more at player count of Starfield than we will of MPD numbers of
Halo's only had like 3 weeks to do that, so that's
they
good
did
for
not
Halo.
have long at all.
Yeah, Starfield's gonna have 2 months, but
then even like Forza 2 didn't place in the top 10. I just think Game Pass is just most people are just gonna go to Game Pass because it's there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they want. They just want you playing.
Yeah, exactly.
They just want you playing Starfield.
It's not a big deal to them.
Definitely.
But yeah, I don't know what else will round at the top. If God of War hits, that'll certainly be on there.
God of War, I guess it's really Nintendo. Like,
it'll be on there as MLB.
Maybe MLB, maybe Switch
I would put
Sports.
MLB above Horizon as far as chances of being in the top 10 in the year. With that being on Switch and Xbox, yeah, I think so.
Game Pass, but that might affect it, you know.
But it was in the top 10 last year, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, even with the Game Pass thing. So, and now it's on Switch this year too. So
I think
I would kind of almost count that as a lock.
Yeah, I think GTA just got their update. Maybe that'll sell. I doubt.
Yeah, I'll be super curious next month to see where GTA 5 lands.
Maybe Breath of the Wild 2 if it comes out, and maybe Switch Sports.
If Breath of the Wild 2 hits this year, that's a lock. I think Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be fucking huge, especially after this. I think like we'll be seeing gigantic like Animal Crossing type numbers for that.
We've already talked about how like we're still talking about the innovations that Breath of the Wild did, and that's 5 years ago. Like they've already been thinking of the future for 5 years.
Exactly.
Like I can't even that game.
Well, I mean, look at it, and that game launched with the Switch, so it's like now with so many Switches out there, that game's gonna sell extremely high numbers. I would bet.
Definitely.
But yeah,
Go Elden
Horizon
Ring.
2, going good. I would like to hear the exact number of what it sold, but
Me too.
yeah,
Yeah,
it seems
PlayStation loves to talk about them, so
they
they
do.
probably will.
They will at some point. They'll do like their quarterly updates at some point or
Yeah.
whatever. So we'll get that exact number.
The question I have, and we can move on after, is this going to sell better than the first game?
Yeah, that was a good question. I have no idea. Obviously with
If
Miles Morales, we've been seeing a lot of people pick that up once they pick up their PS5. That's because that game's been consistently in the top 10 since it, or in that top 20 list since it came
also
out.
cheaper.
Yeah, also cheaper, $40, stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I would bet Horizon's like $50 by like September, something like that. Right?
Probably.
And then people picking up it for getting PS5s this holiday, they'll probably pick this up. So yeah, I don't know. I would assume it would over the course, because that took a while. I mean, we just got that 20 million number right for Zero Dawn, and that was 5 years ago. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see in 5 years. I would bet it would.
Yeah, I'll be curious. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Okay, cool. There's your MPD numbers. Big month. Next up then, we'll go into some Xbox news. Some more games are coming. Well, you know what? Let's do this one first. Xbox held an ID at Xbox live stream where we got a few announcements and some new games coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of this, Daniel?
I did. It was more of a live stream. It wasn't just like a big showcase type of thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was like a 2-hour thing because I clicked in it and then I was like, oh, this is really long. So I just kind of skimmed through it a little bit.
It was more of a show. They had some interviews, and I love highlighting these indies. So like, I like listening to indie developers talk and talk about their game. So I'm a big fan of Andrea. So like,
shout out to Andrea Renee, definitely.
Yeah, it was a nice little show. Like I like highlighting these small games. So I really appreciate this show.
Was there anything specifically that stuck out to you as far as new announcements? We'll get into the
new
Game
things.
Pass games.
Yes, I don't remember the name. Do you have? Or hold on.
I have pulled up this Game Informer.
Oh yeah, Game
list.
Informer. Yeah. I think I put that in there.
Are you looking for Curse to Golf?
Yes, and there was two of them. So Curse to Golf was one of them, which we've seen before. So I guess technically not the newest announcement, but the other one that was a brand new announcement was WrestleQuest. Did you see this game?
I did not see this. Oh, it's got a wild, wacky image here.
Yeah, they have a character that's based off of like Randy Savage.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's a wrestling RPG, like with like pixel art.
Oh,
it's such
that's
a
fun.
Crazy game.
Sims will like that.
I know. I'm wonder if he saw that. He'll listen to the show. So Sims, go look up WrestleQuest. You'll love it.
Sims, we're eager to hear your thoughts on WrestleQuest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through. Yeah, Cursed to Golf was like a Daniel game. That game screamed my name. Like, listen to that guy talk.
What was it exactly?
So it's basically you playing 18 courses, but I'm not sure. I forget. I think he talked about how it was structured, but I'm not 100% sure. But you have to do runs. It's a roguelite mixed with golf, and then you're also 2D. So you're trying to like go through a level by golfing.
Okay.
And then you have like a certain amount of lives.
Like golf.
And then you're kinda. It's 2D though. It's not like top down.
Sure.
You're golfing kind of 2D. And apparently you're trying to like you were the best golfer when you were alive, and you're like stuck in like hell or purgatory or something.
You ain't the best golfer in hell, let me tell you.
I think that the main director said like as you were going to swing for like your final hit or something to become the best golfer, you died, and you're trying to like prove yourself or something.
Sure.
So it's like cool.
Did he hit the ball before he died though?
No, apparently I don't think he did or something like that.
Just missed it.
First to golf though, yeah.
Okay, cool. You want to get into the Game Pass games then, the newer ones? So let's see here. Tunic,
the big one.
Yeah, Tunic has been released on Game Pass. It's kind of up in the air of whether this game was coming to Game Pass. It was funny. I was like looking for I was trying to like buy it the night before they announced that it was coming to Game Pass. It just wasn't up on the store, and I was like, "Why the fuck isn't it up on the store?" This is why, because it's coming to Game Pass. And they were like, "We don't want you to buy it because it's gonna be there." And I was like,
I think this is it's only Xbox PC, right? For now.
Yeah, only Xbox PC for right now, and it's on Game Pass, available now. Getting very good reviews. I believe
it dropped
in 86 on OpenCritic right now. So yeah, very high. You're checking this out, right?
Of course I am. of course. It's just like this is gonna be a summer game, maybe or April or maybe
Whenever
May. I'm
you're
not
done with
sure.
Elden Ring.
Like Elden Ring, Kirby, Tiny Tina,
Oh my god.
all three of these
Oh, you
are
want
like.
Tiny Tina too? I forgot about
Well,
that.
me and Sloan are playing Tiny Tina. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
got
the fun.
Kirby as well. So I have like 3 games right here. So maybe April, but then like
Well, it's
I
like the
want to
week
play
after that is Lego
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah,
I want to play Star Wars before this. So
that's the one I'm chomping at the bit to play Lego Star
oh,
Wars.
come
I'm excited for Kirby too, but Lego Star Wars, every time I see that, I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
on. Ooh, come on. That game looks good. I'm not even I've never played one really. I played a little bit with my brother, but that's it. Like he likes some of the old Lego games.
But yeah,
I've never
Tunic.
played 'em.
Yeah, I gotta check this game out too. It looks pretty fun. Not typically my type of game, but I definitely want to check it out. And it's on Game Pass, so why not?
Yeah, apparently it's very Zelda.
Yeah, that's what
That's
it
some of the
seems like.
reviews I was seeing.
I read there was like a turn off or like an easy mode type thing.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna turn that on at some
turn
point.
that on. See
Yeah.
everything.
I don't need
Them-
any more hard boss fights, you know. Like I'm good.
Not after Elden Ring.
Nah, like I'm fine. It's just
Like,
I really want like
somehow-
a nice, relaxing little cute fox game. I'm cool with that.
Somehow Godric like breaks into Tunic and he's
Oh,
always
God.
with you. Not Godric again.
That's the first boss. His name's Godric. It's the same thing. Like no,
He's just following me.
get away from me.
So funny.
Another new game coming to Game Pass, Crusader Kings 3, available on March
Yeah.
29th.
That came out in I think 2020.
Did it?
I think.
Is this the first
it-
console release for this game?
This is the first console release. Yeah, which is really
Interesting.
awesome.
Okay, cool. I know that game reviewed super highly as well. So
Oh yeah, it was like 91 or 2. Like it reviewed very well in
Big numbers.
2020.
Also, Trek to Yomi will be coming to Game Pass sometime this spring.
Yeah, I think there was like maybe a leak, maybe a not real leak that this might be coming out in April.
April. That'd be
Yeah.
a good time for this.
I
Yeah, I'm
think
looking forward to this one. It's awesome. It's on Game Pass. I know it got announced for Game Pass a while ago. It must have, because I was listening to Defining Duke, and they said that they were talking about the state of play, and they were like, "Yeah, this is coming to Game Pass." So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, if I remember correctly, like I don't remember the Game Pass announcement, but I'm pretty sure it showed off first at Xbox, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
It's weird. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
getting-
remember seeing this game before the state of play, honestly. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had this on my radar a while ago. I
Oh,
want to
okay,
say it was
cool.
at some Xbox, or maybe it was just like a Keyless thing.
all right, cool. That'll do it for the ID at Xbox. There's also a spring game spotlight going on right now. I'm assuming that's some sort of sale. So go check that out.
They got like a sale going on as
Over
well.
on Xbox. We also got some other games then coming to Game Pass soon, including where was it? Weird West is coming out on March 30th, which is a action role playing RPG. I said RPG twice, but Weird West. I know you're looking forward to this game. I think it looks
Yeah, it
pretty
looks cool.
too. Yeah.
Looks super cool. I'm very curious. It's definitely like I want to see people talk about like reviews. I want to see some reviews before, but I
Yeah,
definitely want to
got
check it
a
out.
Disco Elysium style to it a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah. But very cool. Coming to Game Pass. Don't
Mhm.
gotta buy it now. So.
And there's another out basically
Forward to that.
yesterday.
And
Game
then a
Pass.
new snowboarding game called Shredders is available now. On
Yeah.
I think it came out today. I think it was March 17th. So
I
literally
saw
right
the
now.
install last night.
Oh, okay.
So
Preload,
I think
whatever.
I think it was like a preload or something.
This looks
But
dope
yeah,
though. I got this. I'm gonna download this as well.
Yeah.
Realistic snowboarding game. I'm
Check
always
it
gonna
out.
try more of those. Yeah.
just hit the slopes. It's on Game Pass. Like I would have played Riders Republic if it was on Game Pass. We were so
that would've
excited
been
for that
such
game.
a good Game Pass game.
Like if that was a Game Pass, I would.
I'm still waiting for it to come to something like that. Like because I don't want to buy it, but I do want to play it.
Yeah.
One of those. But yeah, Shredders looks cool. Kind of like I tried Skateboard for a while too, and I had enough fun with that. I played that for like an
Oh,
hour.
I never checked that out. I remember that looking
Yes.
cute.
Any extreme sports game, I'll check out for a second or two.
Of course.
All right, cool. That'll do it. There's your Game Pass updates.
You still have to play Ollie Ollie World.
I do have
That's
to
a
play
Connor
Ollie Ollie
game.
World.
Come
I know.
on.
I have that downloaded on my PS5.
You
It's
do?
just looking
Good,
at
good.
me. Yeah, that's like first on my list after
Good.
Elden Ring's done.
Yeah, you got to play that game.
Yeah, continuing on then with some more Xbox news. The initiative has reportedly lost around 30 developers within the past year, including the director of the studio, Dan Neuberger.
Mhm.
That's very German.
I would say
name.
Newburger. Not
Neuberger.
Newberger, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. There's a U there. Yeah, this could be a bad thing. How you feeling on this?
Well, I mean, I think it's complicated. Like, I think that development has been crazy these past 2 years. People are moving all around all the time in every, you know, studio. Like, there's constant moving. I'm not too sure. Like, we got the announcement of Crystal Dynamics at the end of last year, um, because Gallagher, the studio head, he used to work at Crystal.
Yeah.
And I think a few of the other ones. I think there's a bunch of like old Crystal devs at the initiative, but yeah, they're working with them, and it seems like maybe now they are probably taking full development, I would assume.
Oh, really? You think it's that far?
Well, if you remember, the initiative is not a very big studio.
Yeah, I guess 30 people lost. I don't. Then what is the initiative? You know, like is that even a team anymore? If Crystal
Yeah.
Dynamics is still like who's all at the initiative? That'd be odd to me if Crystal Dynamics was just full on making this game now.
I mean, you would assume that they were taking a lot of the development work anyways.
I
with
thought
how
it was
big.
like legit support. You know, like
Yeah, but Crystal's was always going to be a bigger studio than the initiative.
yeah,
Crystal's
sure,
a
but it's like
large team.
I never expected them to like have majority of the game being developed on their side. You know, I was expecting like I don't know 30% of the game or something like that. You know,
But this game has been in the works for a while. Like, I wonder how
Initiative's
much they've
been around
already.
almost 5 years and they haven't ever put out a
I was
game.
gonna say 4, yeah. So 4 to 5 years, yeah. Like, they probably have put a decent amount of pre-production into the game. So
This
it's
is
just
also the one studio Xbox has that it was from the ground up, and this will be their first game, you know, like ever
yeah,
released. Which, if you look at a lot of companies, a lot of development teams, their first game is never really good. You know, it's rare a developer comes out the gate with a banger. You know, there's only a small handful, and even those companies haven't like put out a ton of games. You know, I think I like Play Dead or something like that, but they've only made like 2 games. You know, stuff like that. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly if they are in
mean,
trouble or what's going on there, and we just don't know the ins and outs of it, right? But you know, I hope they get it together. You know, it could be a really cool new big franchise for. I know Perfect Dark isn't a new franchise, but it could be a big franchise for Xbox if they made it that.
yeah. I mean, we also have no idea what's going on in the studio.
Yeah,
I have absolutely no idea. Like,
never
it
saw this
could not
game.
be a bad thing. Like, who knows? Who knows what's actually happening? Like, it could be bad. It could not be bad. I don't know. We haven't really. We saw that awesome cinematic trailer.
Yeah,
So maybe we'll see something this year. I'm not sure.
I doubt it
Um,
now, right? Like I gotta think
why?
this. I don't know. With the if all these people are leaving, I gotta think like development was just is being hindered. You know, at least a little bit.
Yeah, but there's Crystal there.
See, that's my thing then. Like, if it really is like Crystal is taking the forefront on this game, then I guess we just need to see that. You know, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe E3 they'll actually show some gameplay. They've
yeah,
been working on this video game for a while. Like,
yeah, a long time now. Yeah, it's
they gotta have something.
yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, hopefully they're doing good. So we'll see. The
Yeah,
initiative,
very curious. Very
de-
curious.
definitely. Okay, cool. That'll do it for the Xbox news this week. We'll move on to a little bit of PlayStation news. This will be old news by the time people actually listen to this, but Hogwarts
Yeah.
Legacy is getting a state of play in a matter of hours right now. We don't got to sit on this too much since everyone will hear this by the time this comes out. But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. I was not. We were talking about this game last week. It's like, is this game in trouble? Is it coming out this year? It's probably good now, right?
I mean, I tried to tell you guys they've been working on it for a while. You guys, I know you. We like to just talk as much as we can about each thing, but like, yeah, they've been working on it for a while. Like, they have to have something to show. Like, this game
Definitely.
was supposed to come out in 2021. They delayed it a whole year. It's been a whole year. Like, I don't know if this game is still coming out this year is the question, and maybe people will have a date. We'll talk about it next week. But I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I wouldn't be surprised now either. I'm kind of expecting it to be this year if they're getting a
I would assume
full
so. Yeah.
20-minute state of play on it, you know, like we're getting like a 20-minute deep dive of this game today, you know. I would expect it to be this, and we're only in March, you know, so
I'm gonna predict a late November, early December date.
I was gonna go earlier. I was gonna say September-ish, August, September.
Harry Potter loves their Christmas time.
They do. That's a good point.
So I'm wondering if like they're gonna kind of keep that vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna predict August or September.
Okay. Try to get a little earlier before Starfield, before Call of Duty.
Yeah, before the big fall game hits. There's always one big game that comes out in that August September timeline.
That's Spider-Man.
So, yeah, right there. So back in the day, GTA stuff like that. So yeah, Halo used to love September. But yeah,
of course.
probably expect it this year. I don't. They showed that cool little video of like the guy getting out of the bed, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like a third-person action game in Hogwarts. I'm like, oh, fucking dope. All right, I might be into this.
I'm gonna make myself, and then I'm gonna be in Hogwarts. That's it.
I wonder how good this is gonna be. With that because the studio is just unproven. They really haven't made that much. So I'll be very curious to see this state of play. Then next up, Moss 2 got a release date. Moss Book 2, excuse me.
Book 2
coming out March 31st, very soon. Matter of weeks now. Yeah,
very quick turnaround. Like I think this is the only time we've gotten a date for this game, right? It's just supposed to be this year.
Yeah, this the only. I know they said early this year at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, here you go. Coming out in 2 weeks.
March 30th, 31st. Yeah. Did you play Moss 2?
No, I've never played a VR thing, man. I've never even worn a VR
Oh,
headset,
I thought you've tried VR.
No,
you haven't even tried VR.
I've never tried a VR thing. I know, it's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I know Moss is a well-liked game. I'm not sure how it's sold. But yeah, it looks great. Looks more Moss.
I was almost expecting them to hold this until PSVR 2, but now I'm thinking PSVR 2 is probably not this year, so we might as well just put it out and then have people go back and buy 1 and 2. Maybe make a collection when PSVR 2 comes out of Moss 1 and 2, something like that.
That'd probably be smart.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good move for them. But yeah, Moss Book 2.
Good for that game.
A lot of people are looking forward to that. Yeah, me too. The first one reviewed pretty highly, so we'll see how this one does. Next up, then, EA Play is canceled for 2022. That was EA's E3 type presentation. But they did say they will have more announcements coming sometime this year on their future projects.
Yeah, so I'm just guessing that they're just going to show their games and other people's stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I took. Or even like maybe Fallen Order 2 at May the 5th event.
4th.
May the 4th, I'm sorry. I knew the May the 4th. What am I talking about? I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Who does anything on May the 5th? No one.
I have no idea. It's Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yeah. But, you're right.
Yeah.
There's an actual holiday around there.
But yeah. So maybe May the 4th, like they might show something. So that would be.
Yeah, I know that was Jeff Grubb rumored that they would announce it right around then. So I'm kind of expecting it. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm just gearing myself up for disappointment.
Big Obi-Wan trailer. Yeah. And then a trailer for that, or an announcement. Maybe not released for this year. Maybe released for next year.
Disney really likes announcing stuff at their D23 thing too, and that's in August this year. So
they might save MCU stuff for that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if we don't see it on May 4th, I would expect to see it in August. Sometime this year, I will think we will get a Jedi Fallen Order 2 announcement.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But then, like I had told you, like where is a lot of their other things? They got Dragon Age 4. You have Mass Effect 4, or whatever they call it. You have Skate 4. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Well, for me in particular, UFC 6 or 5, excuse me.
Is that rumored for this year?
If they keep up with their timeline of every 2 years, it should be this year. So,
okay,
I'm kind of expecting that this year sometime. Probably August, September again for that. 'Cause that's when they hit last time. I'd bet it'd come out right around then. And then there's that rumored Fight Night game as well coming back. But then that's all I can really think of.
Yeah, we need
Dead
to
Space
see
remake. We know they just said early 2023.
They'll probably do another dev thing.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get another live stream of that. But so, what else did you name? Dragon Age. Dragon Age. I don't know, man. It sounds like that game. Who knows what's up with that, man? That got announced so long ago. At this point, I would have told you that would have came out in like 2021, 2020, and now we're in 2022, and there's no peep of it.
And they have to pace that in Mass Effect.
Yeah,
they can't just. They're not going to come out the same.
I'm gonna say we'll get a Dragon Age full on like release date at the Game Awards, because they do like their Game Awards.
And then releasing next year.
release sometime first half next year.
And then Mass Effect 2024.
Maybe. that might even be a stretch.
That team has been working on something since 2019?
Yeah.
2020?
When did Anthem come out?
Or maybe in pre-production before that. Who knows?
Was Anthem out in 2018, right?
2019, I think.
2019? Okay.
Or maybe it was 2018.
I think it was 2018 because it was right before God of War. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. BioWare, I don't know what's up with them right now. Hopefully, I don't know, because these two games got a hit, right? Like, maybe not so much Dragon Age, but there's a lot on the next Mass Effect, especially for BioWare. I mean, and Dragon Age too, honestly. Like, it's going to be all eyes on BioWare with these next two projects, so they have to get them right.
I think so.
Yeah, so I guess just hold them as long as you need to, right? To make the game good.
EA doesn't need money. They make money elsewhere. They could afford to do that. It's are they going to do that?
And then Skate. So when was that announced?
2020.
2020. That was okay.
But they were like coming together.
Yeah, that was just the studio was just forming when they announced that. So
yeah.
No, that one's not surprising.
Not even a teaser. Like, when are we gonna get at least a teaser or gameplay or anything?
See, they probably could have done like a little teaser of it this year or something like that. Yeah, I don't know when that is. I will say like fall 2023 for that. That'd probably be my best bet. It's probably just taking a little while because you gotta think you gotta get the developers, you gotta form the whole studio, and then I know a Skate game wouldn't typically like be like, oh, it's gonna take like such a long time to develop, but when you gotta do all of that on top of it, it probably takes a little while.
Yeah, definitely. You know what came to my head? It's not EA. Where is the Avatar game?
That too, yeah. Ubisoft, they gotta. I'm sure Ubisoft will do something this year. With,
I mean, they have to have a big game, right? They only have one game that I can think of right now. They have the DLC that just came out for Assassin's Creed, but they have Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. It's the only Ubisoft game I can even think of right now.
Yeah, well, there was that rumored smaller Assassin's Creed title that could be this year, early next year. So maybe that'll hit this year, but
Avatar is supposed to be this year, right?
Yeah, maybe Avatar will just be their big thing and have a big blowout of it at E3, and then show us a bunch of gameplay and have that release right around, because the movie's this year too, the sequel to that. So maybe
it's like December, I think.
Maybe this will be that first week of December game, that Avatar game. I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, Ubisoft likes swinging in the fall, so maybe they'll just go in the fall.
Yeah, I would just think you want to time it with the movie as well, get that hype around Avatar.
Or lead to it.
Yeah, lead into it, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, man.
I mean, Supermassive, is that the name of them? Or what are they? What's Massive? Not Supermassive. I think it's
just Massive. Supermassive, we'll talk about in a second.
I know, that's why I got it. I just looked at, Supermassive. Massive, they've been working on this game. Division 2 is 2018, and then they did some DLCs up into 2019, maybe 2020. Like, they've been working on this game, I would assume, since then.
Yeah. I mean, they got to get this out too, because they're working on the Star Wars game as well. So
get this Avatar game out.
Yeah, let's hurry up with the Avatar game.
Let's get back to Star Wars.
Go to Star Wars. All right, no one cares about Avatar.
Come on.
It's so interesting to me that game's first person.
Yeah, I know. This would have been perfect third person.
Yeah.
I hope that this is good, and I hope Avatar 2 is good, because like I like to see good and people like good things, and I want to see IP.
I liked the first Avatar movie, but I've never loved it. Yeah, and
that's fine. Good visual.
It's a cool world, right? So I'm excited to explore that in a video game and Ubisoft game, and that's kind of perfect, right? For an open world Avatar game. That sounds fun.
Hope they can stick the landing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope it's good. Like, the combat's got to be good with first person, And I'm assuming you do a lot of like parkour, a lot of like jumping on trees and stuff like that too. So
bow and arrow. I assume.
Bow and arrow. There's gonna be a lot of that too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up then, Supermassive has announced a new game called The Quarry, coming out on June 10th, and it stars Brenda Song. I'm just gonna say she's the star. All right.
Well, the first person is David Arquette. So
That's
like this
the guy from Scream, right?
Oh yeah, it's Dewey. So I'm gonna name some of the actors. I'm looking at it here. So we got David Arquette. Siobhan Williams. I'm not sure who she is. Let me see.
I literally, besides the two we just named, I have no idea who anyone is. I know the older lady from
this
Insidious.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, she's
This
from
this lady
Insidious.
sounds familiar. Ariel Winter. I feel like I've heard her name before.
She's from Modern Family, from what I saw. I was looking at the
Okay.
cast before this, so
Yeah, we got Brenda
I
Song.
don't know if you're a big Modern Family fan.
This lady sounds familiar too. Howstone Sage. But here's another one that you might not have remembered because I didn't even see this movie and you did. Justice Smith.
TN.
He was from Detective Pikachu.
Oh, that
That
guy.
guy.
Okay,
He's in
yeah,
this.
yeah. That makes a lot of
Um,
sense now.
yep. I'm gonna keep going because I think that there's another one. You got one of my favorite cameo guys, Ted Raimi. He makes an appearance in the movie
I
or
don't
in
know
this game.
what's he from.
He's one of the Raimi brothers. I mean,
One of the
he's a
Raimi. Oh,
Raimi.
is he really? Okay,
He's a Raimi.
I didn't know.
I think he's like the real skinnier one kind of guy. If you watch this trailer again and you'll see it, you're like, this guy
is
looks
like
familiar.
Sam Raimi's brother.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
a
didn't know
Raimi.
he had a brother.
You'll look at him, you're like, this guy looks familiar. That's Ted Raimi.
Oh, is he just in random shit? Okay,
All
cool.
the time, all the time. And then you got obviously Lance Hendrickson. You might know, been in so many different things. Alien. He played the android. He's been in a bunch of stuff throughout the years. Really famous older actor. He played like an old guy. They showed like one shot of him. I always forgot what this guy's name is. His name is Ethan Suplee. Do you remember Ethan Suplee? Do you know who that is?
See Men in Black.
No.
Okay.
Ethan Suplee is the dude from Remember the Titans. He was the dude. He was in. Was he? My Name is Earl. Was he in that?
Oh, okay.
He's the
He was
bigger
like
guy.
the big friend.
Yeah, the big guy. That's
sure.
Ethan Suplee. He's
Okay.
in this. Yeah, that old lady.
Really a hell of a cast that is Supermassive.
Yeah, and then that old lady, and then
So, anyways, yeah, this game supposed to be more akin to Until Dawn, a lengthier one than we've been getting from Supermassive. Bigger than the Dark Pictures games. It's gonna be a full-on AAA game. I'm assuming they're gonna charge full price for it and whatnot. So, yeah,
different publisher.
Cool. Different publisher. Yeah, 2K is publishing this one. It's funny. Colin Moriarty's been talking about this rumored game from them for a couple of months now. So
we've heard about. I think we talked about this on the show too.
Did we?
Rumor of the show.
He's clearly known about this for a little while now, and coming up quick, June 10th. So I'm very excited. I loved Until Dawn, and
So it sounds like. Or wait, no, we're getting 2 Supermassive games this year.
Yeah, it sounds like we'll get the other Dark Pictures anthology
the Devil
probably in October. So that'd be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
2 titles this year.
That's probably why it's coming out so quick. This one.
Yeah, June 10th. So I mean, only a few months. I'm very excited for this game though.
Shout out to Supermassive.
This just shot right up to one of my most anticipated games coming up.
Once I put it in there, I was like, "Oh, Connor, let's go!" I knew you'd be ready for this.
I can't wait for this. It's gonna be fucking fantastic. The setting is we should probably mention that it's like a lake house, Friday the 13th type thing going on.
They're going for that 80s slasher vibe.
I'm sure they'll add in some weird monsters and other tropes and stuff like that. Make it as tropey and as cheesy as you possibly want. I'm all aboard for that type of stuff.
As long as I could become David Arquette and kill all the kids, like that's what I want.
That's what you want. I just want to murder all these teens.
No, I always like to save everyone.
Yeah. So very cool. Quarry coming out soon. Can't wait. Can't wait.
It's a cool name for a game. The Quarry.
Yeah.
More of a movie name, to be honest, but
fun trailer.
Yeah. The game graphically looked pretty good. The one thing that popped out to me was their eyes, even in the trailer.
What was bothering you?
The eye mapping was a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that, definitely. All right, cool. That'll do it for the news this week, Daniel.
Yeah.
Busy week. Other video. All right,
Elden
we will
Ring.
now move on to what we've been playing. And what have we been
Elden
playing,
Ring.
Daniel? We've just been playing Elden Ring. That's it. That's it.
So much Elden Ring.
Oh, it is a lot. I know. I feel like I'm like lost in this world. Tarnished, you know?
Yeah, when I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about playing Elden Ring. I've put about 30 hours since last week, which
really?
like 30 more. Yeah, like I'm at like 42 hours or something like that right now. 43 hours.
I think we're right around the same point, honestly. Like I might have the same exact amount of hours on my clock going. So, and I know me and you are in the same area right now. So, yeah, very cool. I'm still very much enjoying the game.
I love this game.
Yeah, I mean, I still have problems with it. I think I just have problems with Souls games just in general. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, me too.
yeah. So, but I think I just stated all my problems last week. Those problems still persist. I still have those problems, but whatever. It is what it is at this point. And yeah, I'm enjoying myself. Really loving the boss fights here. Love the world. Love just exploring it, walking around, seeing new stuff.
Yeah, Caelid is a place. Caelid is
A place of
it's a
nightmares. That's what it
the
is.
place of nightmares. It sucks. I can't wait to get away from it. I hate the tree avatars, like the little tree people, the big tree people you got to fight
Oh,
under
okay,
the
yeah.
under the trees. They're like these big, just trunks that are like decaying. But the ones in Caelid are awful because they do the rot ability.
Yeah.
They just spew rot out in
You know which
front
ones
of
I
you.
can't stand there? The I talked about them last week, but these like giant black chicken things with their beak and they come at you.
Yes,
Oh my
yeah,
god, those things scare the shit out of
awful,
me.
awful. And then there's the raptor dogs.
Oh my god, with the red eyes, they're terrifying.
Horrifying,
That is
horrifying.
one of the most terrifying creatures. That and the birds, I'm just like, dude, get out of here with
What
that.
is this design? It's just these
Like, where do you
awful.
guys think of this shit?
I have no idea. It's just Japanese, just art direction. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I love this. I love this game. I I think the controls are still funny to me. I'm definitely used to them, obviously at this point, but
Have you put on the hotkey thing?
the pouch.
Yeah, where you hold
Um,
triangle and then you can switch to that. Because it took
yeah,
me a second to get used to that, but once I did it and I got used to it, now it feels great. Because
I don't really use it too much. I still have most my main stuff um on the D-pad or the bottom of the D-pad.
so
I put the lantern at the top one, and I have 3 spirits.
oh, okay,
Because you
that's what
can't
you did.
spam spirits, I just put the spirits on the pouch.
So now on my pouch, I have the on the up one, I have my health, the potion for the health. I got the magic on the right one. Then I got my horse on the down, and then the other flask you get on the
Cerulean
last
flask
one.
or
Yeah.
the physic flask?
One of those. I don't know. It gives me stamina and
That's the
revives
cerulean.
half my health. Yeah, that one. So I got that on there. So
Oh
that's
no,
actually been
that's
very
not. That's the
helpful.
physic flask.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's the blue one that just gives you mana only, but then there's the other one where you can mix things. That's
Oh,
the
yeah. I
physic
have the one that
flask.
mixed then.
Okay.
As the one on my left. Yeah.
You make it do stamina and health. That's what you have it for.
Yeah, that's what I have right now.
Or yeah, I see. Mine is it boosts my stamina, gives me more stamina, and then I have the one to up my strength. That's what I use it for.
See, that's a
I
good
don't
idea.
even use it
Maybe
to
I'll do
heal.
that. Yeah. I like it because it's like my backup heal, or like if I just get hit by something and then I kill it, and then but my health is like halfway gone, I could either like heal myself with the magic, or I could just use that then real quick. So
How many flasks and how much plus do you have right now?
I have 8 flasks and then one magic.
Total?
Yeah. No, 9 total. So I got one
Nine,
magic.
nine total.
Yeah, I only have the one in magic and then 8 in
Oh,
the
yeah,
health.
I only have one as well.
Yeah, I don't use the magic too much, so
I mean, I used to do my summon once, and then for my Art of War
yeah,
or Ash of War, sorry, my
yeah.
Ash
It's
of
pretty
War.
much just summons for me that I've been using it with because the Ashwar I have on is the Endure one, which ups your strength on the weapon, or it makes your weapon hit harder than it does.
I don't even think I have that one.
Yeah, it's called Endure, and then it's like an extra 20 in hit when I activate it. In as far as like hit points or whatever you want to call them, the power
Yeah,
that my weapon will generate. So yeah, that one's been working out for me pretty well. I just do it once before a boss fight or something like that, and then I'm wrecking them a little bit more.
how much plus do you have to your thing right now too? Did you find a
On
bunch of
my weapon,
the sacred tears?
yeah. So on my weapon, I have a +9 longsword.
Nice.
I think it's
No, no,
called.
no. I'm sorry, to your flask.
Oh yeah. You can
How
do
many of
that
those
really?
tiers? Yeah, you see, the plus.
So you could like
It's next to 'em?
plus your health, so it like gives you more
Well,
health or something.
yeah, you have to find the sacred tiers.
Oh, okay.
They're almost
Oh, when that adds to it. Oh, okay, okay. I have no idea how many I have. Not as many as the sacred tears as I've been finding of the golden seeds. I think that's just an obvious thing,
yeah. I
but
think
yeah.
there's more golden seeds because I'm at the point when I need 4 to. I've already done it once, but I need like another 4 to like upgrade my flask again because I'm at 11 total. I
Are
have
you
10 and
okay?
then 1. Yeah, I'm at +10 for my flasks.
Nice.
Because I got to the point when like my health was high, but like one was not even full healing me. I'm like, oh, I need to go find more of these sacred tears. Like
Yeah,
I need to make sure it full heals me. I think there was 12. I think
12
it
and all.
goes to plus 12.
Okay. I
Um,
kind of need to find the rest of that.
yeah, they're in churches, so I would recommend trying to find the churches
Interesting.
around.
Okay. Oh, they're the ones like in front of statues and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I found a few of those.
yeah.
But yeah, still really enjoying my time with it. It's a long game. It's a big game. You know, it's like it's daunting. I haven't even filled out the whole map yet.
I know the map's going to expand more. I can't believe it keeps getting bigger. I'm like,
Just
okay,
keeps going.
maybe this is it. Maybe this is the end of the map. I know there's still, it's pretty in-depth map. There's a lot to do in each area. And then it keeps getting bigger, and it's like, oh, there's a lot to do in this area. It keeps getting bigger. The map has not stopped expanding. And I know, I gotta, not like a spoiler, but I know that there is an underground area, which I've yet to even get to.
Okay, yeah, I've been there twice because I've like accidentally taken an elevator and it took me down there, and I was just like, what is this? And I'm like, I gotta leave.
I found that well. I just didn't go in there yet.
Okay, yeah, I found another one up in the lakes area somewhere. There was another elevator that took me down there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's just a whole nother area. Like map just.
Oh, I'm sure there's another like huge area in this game.
There is. I got it. I had that one spoiled for me.
Yeah, but yeah, having a good time.
I love this.
Don't know when
game.
I'll beat it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it. I haven't even beaten it, but I think it is just my favorite game I've played this year, pretty easily.
Yeah,
I think pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't know if a Souls game will ever be like a game of the year contender for me. Like I like them enough to play them. It's I kind of feel the same about them as I do like Pokemon. Like I like them enough to play them, but they'll never like really live up to like huge expectations for me or nothing like that. Because there's just things about them that hold me back from loving them that much. So, but yeah, I'm very much still enjoying my time.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like I have never been a big fan of any of these games. I've been very critical of them. I'm still critical of this game. I had no expectations coming in. I expected really not to be sticking with it as long as I am, and it has exceeded everything for me. So that's probably has a lot to do with why I keep going. Like I want to see all the 7 gods. I want to know what they all look like and what they do.
Yeah, me too. And I think that is the most fun part is like when you get to a boss fight and then dissecting the boss and figuring it out, how to beat it, how you're gonna fight it, etc.
How many blood slashes does it take?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know. So, what is your build right now? I want to know.
So I have just like my armor and stuff like that.
It's kind of what are you doing? Are you doing strength? Are
Mostly
you doing a shield?
Yeah, I think I'm at like plus 40 strength right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I just got all the way up there. Then I put some in dexterity. I put some in endurance. A little bit in faith more because I am a what's the class we're called?
Confessor.
Confessor. Yeah, so I put a little bit in that so I can heal myself more and stuff like that. Yeah, mostly those. I try to like if one's like close to 20 or something like that and I'm grinding, then I'll be like, okay, let's get that one all the way up to 20, stuff like that,
Yeah, for me, I am like, I don't remember my exact number. I think I have 30 health, 30 strength. I think I have 26 dex.
Oh, yeah, health, yeah, I put some in that too as well.
I'm trying to balance my dex.
I think I'm at
25
strength. In that, yeah.
Okay. My endurance, I think, is at 22.
Yeah.
But I don't need it as much. I'm going to up my endurance, but I have that physic flask that gives me a boost. So when I am fighting a boss, like I am just getting more anyways. Yeah, I'm trying to balance those 4. I'm actually not putting a ton into faith. I respect, so I could kind of take some away because I have not liked the magic as much as I thought it would.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people like to stick with the magic and like totally be that.
Yeah, I do like the magic, and I might try to like use a few. Like I like some of the dragon spells. There's like this dragon head I got that like spews fire. It's pretty cool. But like I respect. There is a person you could respect at Renala. I don't know if you've respect.
Yeah, no, I talked to her again. I never did, but yeah, I saw you could. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like an item you need, and you could respect if you're kind of like not liking what you're doing. I have a few points into mind just to kind of so I can use more or Ashes of War or summons or whatever. But yeah, it's mostly those top 4 like physical stats that I'm doing.
I know. Every time I see the strength one, I'm just like, okay. Every time I don't know what to do, I just put one in strength because I'm like, that's a good one. Yeah, I could always hit harder, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing blood, mostly blood build. Like I like my blood slash. I
Mhm.
have like the katana that already does blood.
That
Blood
already
slash
has it. Yeah.
on top of it does
So what does
more.
that do then? If you have blood slash on top of it, is it just more?
So how I've noticed, like I have my broadsword that I started with. I have 3 + 13 weapons right now.
Mhm.
One's the katana. It's a +13, and I put blood slash on it. It just ups that, and then when you do the blood slash, it also does blood.
Okay.
So
A lot
and then
of
my
blood
broad
going on here.
and I duplicated that one, so I have 2 blood slashes, and the other one is the broadsword. Is a +13 with the blood slash, so it just gives the blood property to it.
Yeah.
So it does blood damage normally, and then blood slash as well. And then I'm using that Rogier's rapier that he gives you.
Okay. I must have
He's
got
that
that.
he's that wizard that's in the Godric's castle, Stormvale Castle.
Oh, okay. That he's like at the bottom of the church area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He no, he's inside. He's the one that helps you fight Margit.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't. He's in a church, right? I don't know.
He
Something like that.
comes back to
Like
the
an
round
altar.
table.
Oh, does he go all the way there? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and
Okay.
if you talk to him, he will give you that rapier. It's a plus. It starts as a +8
Really?
when you get it. Yeah.
I'll have to look
I
into
have
that.
I have that to a +13, and I put that frost stomp on that one, so it does frost damage. But yeah, they've nerfed the blood slash, the stomp,
Yeah, we just got an
which is
update
2
yesterday.
things.
Yeah.
And then they nerfed the mimic tier, which I want to get, which
I know
you can
we
like,
never got to experience that. So many people
not
were
the full
talking about
power,
that. Yeah,
not the full
we'll
power,
never know. We'll never know.
but I'm still getting it, and I'm going to use it no matter what. I want a clone of myself. That's all I want. I want to run around with 2 of me.
I've been very much enjoying talking to people in our Discord, just about the game and like where people are at and secrets and stuff like that. That's been very fun and something I didn't get the experience with Demon Souls or anything, any of these other FromSoft games. So that's been fun for me.
Yeah, this game's just going to keep going. More people are going to keep playing it, and yeah.
Yeah, crazy game, man. Crazy it sold so much. Go Elden Ring, the year of Elden Ring.
Yeah, I
Totally.
wonder if I team up with what's her name, Melania, the cool redheaded lady with the big sword on the cover and stuff. Can I just be on
Yeah,
her
I don't
side
know.
and kill everyone else? Is that an option in the game?
Yeah, maybe she
No,
must
it's
be
not. It's
a
not.
fucking. Oh, is she
It's
not?
she's probably a guy that you have to kill.
Oh, you think you
Um,
fight her?
Probably, but
Yeah, you
like, can I
probably do.
just be on her side? Like,
That is one thing. I'll talk about it. It's like if I played GTA for the newer one for a couple of minutes. I'll talk about it in a minute. But it was like I was walking around that world and I was just thinking, man, it's so weird to have everything not trying to kill you.
you just start walking, like, get out of your car, and all the like the
I know.
people
I
start
just saw
punching you.
some random pedestrian. I'm like, don't come near me, man. I'll fuck you up.
Just pull out your gun,
'Cause
like.
that's just how it feels in this game, Like I know you get so paranoid. I'm gonna have PTSD after I play this game.
Just I'm expecting everything to fight me. Even in
Everything.
like there are animals that don't attack you in Elden Ring,
Yeah,
but there
I know.
are animals that
Very
do
little.
attack you.
Yeah.
But like I'll see like a deer and I'm like,
You
I'm
stay
watching
there,
you.
dear. Stay there.
I'm
Are you
watching
gonna turn in some weird demon or something? I'm gonna fuck you. You better not.
the demons, or like there's the did you find the dude that turns into a bear in Limgrave?
No. That's terrifying.
So you kill this guy in one hit, he turns into a bear,
Fuck
and
that.
then the big bear too,
Oh
and he
my
just
God.
attacks you.
Those bears are
Um,
scary.
yeah, yeah.
It's funny, man. This game is such like a horror game. Like it's not, but like, dude,
It is.
I get more scared in this game than I have any other horror game because
It's because everything can kill you.
everything will kill you. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's anytime. Like the other day, I was just walking. I was riding my horse, and then I'm like looking behind a rock or something like that. I turn around. There's just like a giant sleeping dragon. I'm like, oh, I thought that was a rock.
And then, so the item that you get from the bear is that respec item. It's called a larval tier or something like that.
Oh,
That's how you
and then you
respec.
go back to her and
Yeah.
respect like that. Okay.
And there's another one I found of like this dude. He just dies and he turns into this lion with red hair and a sword.
Hmm,
And
that's
he's
scary.
just aggressive. And he just jumps out of a dead body that you kill. It's
Have
crazy.
you met Alexander?
No, who's
No,
that?
he's a jar. He talks to you.
Oh, is that the jar you knock out of the?
Yeah, you knock him out of the hole, and then
I'm trying to figure out where he is.
Ooh, he's
Is
in
it
a
for his
tunnel
mission?
right by the entrance, or where you would enter. What's the area we're in? Khalid.
Caleb.
Yeah, Caelid, whatever.
It is that top little bit, right?
What do you mean?
To Caelid, there's like a little like trail that goes to a top bit in Caelid on the map. Is
Like
that
through the initial area, the
Yeah, it looks like it's below the main part, and then it goes to like this upper or this area in the top of the map.
yeah, like the top of Caelid or the top of.
Yeah, the top of Caelid.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, so I came in through the bottom of what's the first area called? Limgrave, right?
Limgrave.
Yeah, I came in through the bottom that way, and then you like jump over a firewall. I don't know how that's how you got there.
No, I don't mean the top as in like top here. I mean just if you're looking at the map, there's
Yeah.
like a little thing that leads to like this building at the top of it. Is that where he is?
No, he's in a tunnel in Limgrave still. But it's like right by Caelid. So like top right corner of Limgrave still. Just not into Caelid. Yeah, there's a tunnel over there. He's in there, but then the door will be locked to get him past that, and then he'll wonder how to do the door. But then if you go into another tunnel when you're in Caelid, you can go unlock the door for him, and then he will move on because he's trying to get to the same castle that the boss that me and you are trying to go fight now is at. But I haven't met him past that yet.
I need to do this. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's another boss in that tunnel where you unlock the door for him, but he was very hard. So
How do you get to? So I need to go to him first from Limgrave.
Yes. So you need to meet him at every point. I know for him to meet because he will be. I mean, slight spoilers, but he will be. He will be a summon for the.
It's just a side mission.
The boss that in.
I need to do that.
Yeah. And then I know you can use him during. That
Where's the tunnel?
The tunnel on the other side. It's like you could picture it where it is if you knew where the first tunnel was in that. Yeah, it's like I just went around the area where like I thought the tunnel would end, and I ended up finding it around there. So
okay, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, go find the tunnel. I forget, it's something with a G tunnel. Call it that. All right.
Okay.
But yeah,
G tunnel. I'll find the G tunnel.
The G tunnel. Yeah, and then there's a lot of enemies and stuff in there. I mean, you'll be past level, so it'll be easy enough for you. But yeah,
I gotta get my boy Harry Potter. Got to get him into the boss.
Yeah. That one place looks so much like Hogwarts.
I called him Harry Potter last night, and someone was like, "Who?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, the pot friend." I'm calling him Harry Potter. Because night, I was trying to figure out where. Because if you look at the top thing that I was talking about, there is a big pot in front of it. That's why I thought he was going to.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, go to the upper. The north part of Caelid, and you'll see like this. It looks like you have to come from the bottom, like lower, and then it leads you to that. And there's just a big building with a big pot in front of it, and he's just standing there like this, just in front of the door.
I wonder if that one will try to kill you.
He might be a boss pot.
Yeah, it might be a boss pot.
I could not figure out how to get there. Figure out how to get there.
Oh, was that on like its own separate island? I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, yes, I could not figure out how to get there either. Yeah,
I thought that's where he was going to be, so I was like, "How do I get there?" I could not figure out how to get there.
No, yeah, I know he's trying to get to the tunnel, and then this guy at work told me you can summon him for the boss fight. So yeah,
cool. Gonna do that.
Yeah, obviously we're having a great time with Elden Ring. So. We'll now continue on with. Oh no, wait! I want to talk about GTA a little bit. I downloaded the next gen version of GTA. Got it for like $10 on PS5. Pretty dope. Yeah, it looks great, man. It the facial features are really noticeable now. You know, like I did the opening cutscene and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, Michael looks really old now. You know, and it's like he was
this old.
Yeah, I know he was always supposed to be this old, but yeah, he looks it now. Yeah, the graphics look great now. Runs at 60, stuff like that. That's very fun.
See, that's the key.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's really good on when you're driving super fast too. That's very fun. Yeah,
that might make me want to get this.
Yeah, it's just too many games. I just want to have it. You know, I'm not gonna play it or anything that much, but you know, I did want to just own it. So yeah, it's it looks great. Definitely loads super quick now too. So which is great.
It's the same with Cyberpunk.
Terrible when this game first came out.
Yeah, especially like switching characters or like even going to online took a long time.
Oh,
like
forever.
Even the Cyberpunk thing, I still have not really like loaded in to check it out. Like, it's just too many games to play. Like, I don't want to be tied to these games.
I know. I just like looking at this type of stuff, so you know, good these games look now and stuff like that. But yeah,
have you plopped into multiplayer and seen any?
No, not really. Stuff? Well, at some point, I don't know when or if I ever actually will. I would like to play through GTA 5 again and then play the the Franklin, Dr. Dre stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I also heard the casino story is very good in the GTA Online thing. That's supposed to have like a really top-notch Rockstar story attached to it. So it's like, I kind of want to see that
I
stuff.
think Laszlo's there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of want to see that stuff too. Who knows if I'll ever do that? Probably not, but I would like
Just
to
wait
see
for GTA 6 at this point.
Someday. Who knows?
Maybe 2024, 2025.
Yeah, we could hope. We can only hope. All right, Daniel, that'll do it for what we've been playing. You have a game for me, Daniel?
Yeah, when Daddy's away, the boys will play.
Let's do it. I was hoping for a tier list.
We have a tier list, and this one might be a little spicy.
Ooh,
we'll
spicy.
See. And I have more that we might not even want to do. I can keep going with them if we want to do more. We're gonna do controllers.
Oh God!
I have way too many.
You just want us to argue.
I chose a.
Honestly, I don't think we'll be too far off. Go ahead.
Okay. Maybe. So you tell me what you want to start with, how you want to do this, and then we can go. Like we could.
I would go.
Like Sony's first. Do you want to do like PlayStation? You want to do Xbox's first? Something like that. Or
tell me. It's funny because like a lot of the older Nintendo, I'm gonna be completely lost and like have no opinion really on like anything N64 gen and before. Actually, I would include N64 gen, but before that gen, I have no idea.
Have you ever used them? Like we can
a little bit.
The NES and the SNES. Like, what do you think about those?
Start with that. I mean, I think they're bad, right? Like comparatively.
I think if we're gonna, so it's gonna be S, A, B, C, and D. I think the NES controller. The NES, that controller is a B.
You think that's
I don't think it's a bad controller.
Okay. I don't know. It's like all of the flat sort of controllers, all of that. Those just seem very outdated to me nowadays, and like we've moved past those for a reason. So for me, it's gonna be. I don't know how you feel, but it's pretty much for me. Every gen has improved upon controllers. So I mean, the further back you go for me, the worse I think the controller is.
Yeah, you have to look at legacy too, though. Like this controller is very important.
Sure.
To controllers.
Yeah,
and I think
get that.
Legacy brings it up more. I think a B is pretty reasonable.
Okay, I like that argument. Sure.
I think a B is pretty reasonable. And then we'll continue with that with the SNES controller, which was a complete improvement. They have the 2 buttons at the top. They have an extra button, or I'm sorry, four buttons, 2 extra buttons. This is just an improvement. I don't know if it's more than a B as well. It has a better form factor. It's rounder. It's not as sharp.
Yeah. I'm trying to even picture it in my mind. I know it a little bit, but yeah, I'm fine with B on that one too.
Maybe just above the SNES or the NES.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have the N64.
So I like the N64 controller.
Again, I don't think
that weird back button. No, I don't think it's a good controller. I think it feels awkward to hold, honestly.
Yeah.
I do like. Yeah. I would put that at C. I'd say.
You think it's below those two?
Yeah, I think it's below.
Because it doesn't have legacy or.
Yeah, it's also just like, what the fuck were you doing? You know.
Yeah.
It's like this controller.
I don't think it's a bad controller, but it's a weird controller.
A lot of people love it. It's a lot of people's favorite controller. You know.
Yeah. It's a solid controller, not great. And then we have the GameCube controller, which I really love.
I can't even picture this one in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have one over here.
Oh, it's like the wider buttons, right? It's that purple thing.
That's the standard, the purple.
Yeah.
I think the game controller's in A. I think it's got really good triggers. I'm not crazy about like it not having like an extra bumper on this side, which is weird. It has the more of an Xbox layout, which I like.
Sure.
I know Nintendo's really kind of stuck with that layout. PlayStation's the only one that hasn't. They need to get with the game. Better layout. I would say
you just want your analog stick up more, don't you?
Yeah, I prefer that layout.
Sure.
I think the game controller is awesome. I use it for Smash and stuff still.
You can put it where you want because I don't really have too much of an opinion on this.
I mean, it's better than
never
the
owned
NES
the GameCube
and the SNES.
Okay.
So I would say it's an A.
Okay.
And then we have there's a bunch of different of these Wii ones.
I mean, you got to just do the remote.
Yeah, the nunchuck,
which is
and then the attachment, right?
Straight D. This is bullshit.
No,
I hated the remote. It does cool things, right, with the motion controls, but the
I
motion
think it's
controls
revolutionary.
felt like shit.
I think there's a level of like,
But
this is
playing
cool
a
and
game
unique.
with an analog stick and the remote and the wire attached to it, it was just annoying.
I didn't hate it. I think I like this more than the N64 controller.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I do not.
I mean,
this will probably be my least favorite controller on the list, if I'm being honest.
We could put it at D if you really want to. I am not huge into motion controls.
You could go C if you wanted. I don't care.
We could put it at D.
Okay.
We could put it at D. And yeah, they have like the Pro controller for the Wii, and then the like smaller, more SNES controller, but we don't need to worry about that for the Wii. Then we have the Wii U, which I don't think they have the Pro here. Oh, they do. I think it's the Pro. We don't have to worry about.
Don't count
the
the
Wii
Pro.
Pro.
No, the
just
Pro.
Just the
the
pad.
Pro is an accessory. Yeah, it's the pad.
Just the pad.
The pad.
What do you think about the pad? I actually think it's pretty cool. It's not great.
It's a cool idea, right?
It didn't have like much interactivity. Like it wasn't a great screen for sure.
No.
Pad, but it was a decent controller.
It felt a little weird to hold too. I would go C on this one.
Below the N64.
Yeah, cool idea. Wasn't exactly fleshed out though.
Yeah. Oh, what they don't have here is the Switch Pro, which is Switch Pro would be an S tier controller.
Sure. I don't know if we should count those though. I mean, they're accessories, right? Like
it doesn't come with it, right?
Yeah, like you kind of have to go by the main controller that they give you, and that's the Joy-Cons. That's the fucking attachment in that.
The Joy-Cons, where does that go? Which, again, I don't like See, I only use the Pro controller. I don't like the small buttons.
No, I don't.
The sticks aren't great.
Yeah, I don't like a lot about the Joy-Cons.
I don't like a lot about the Joy-Cons.
It does do cool stuff. You know,
it does,
which I have to give it points for. It does. It can also function as like pretty much what the Wii remote did, also. So I feel like you have to give it a little bit of points to that. I'd go low B, high C. Leave that one up to you.
We'll go below. We'll go C. We'll go C. We'll go top of C, right above N64.
Yeah, I like that. You also got to mark down a little bit of points for all the drift problems everyone has with this one, right?
Yeah, but
it's like
to be fair,
of people.
That's every controller.
Yeah, good point.
Someone like that's played a lot of like multiplayer, like I've burned through controllers.
Sure.
Back in the day. I don't do it as much. So who do we want to do next? Do you want to do Xbox or do you want to do PlayStation?
Go Xbox.
Xbox. All right. So we have a lot of Xbox controllers here. So number one, we have two for the original Xbox, I think, or we should have two. We do. So we have the Duke, the original Duke, which was in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the big one. I don't really have too much of a problem with the Duke. I think it's way too big.
Yeah,
it was not the one I
huge.
really used.
That's the problem with it.
It was not one I really used a lot. I use the S more, which we'll do next. I think the Duke's fine.
I think I had a Duke. I mean, it had the giant pad in the middle thing. I would go C on this one. It was just too big, a little bit awkward to hold and stuff like that. But it started Xbox controllers, so I'll go C.
I'm gonna say behind N64. Okay. I still like the N64 probably better. But then the S. Did you use the S much? Is this your controller?
A little bit. You know what I had when I was a kid with the original Xboxes? I had this like plug-in Star Wars controller. And that's
like a Mad Catz thing?
Yeah, it really was. And that's what I used mostly on that. But that wasn't the Duke because that was way smaller than the Duke. So I don't know if this is like the same controller as yours. But
I wish you could see what because I have the list up. The S is just more. It looks way more smaller, like what you would think of as a normal Xbox controller.
Yeah, I'll let you place that one then, because I'm not sure I've ever held it. Yeah.
Really, the only problem with the S is, there's no bumpers. It has the black and the white buttons that are below the A. That's the only issue, is trying to get to the black and white buttons, which in Halo they didn't do much with. I think the white one was flashlight, and I think the black one was switch your grenade type. Okay. So it wasn't much back in the day with those two, but I think that's a very good controller. I'm going to say like top of B.
Sure.
I think the S is a really solid controller. And then we got the Xbox 360 controller.
This has to be S, right? I mean, this one...
Easy, dude.
It pretty much created the modern controller, right? I mean,
Yeah.
go hold the DualSense nowadays. It's clearly influenced by the 360 controller. I mean, I feel like all controllers after go look at the Pro controller on Switch now. You know, I feel like all controllers after this were influenced by the 360 controller. So I would say this is S for sure.
What an amazing controller. The only problem it had was the D-pad. The D-pad wasn't great. I don't
Yeah.
think it's as bad
They
as people
eventually
say it
added
is.
that Switch thing though, that like let it pop out a little bit. I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
owned
I
one
did.
of those.
I've heard of this. I never had that.
Oh, you never had this, really?
Never
Yeah,
had it.
it was. Yeah, I guess it was a later 360 thing, but
Yeah.
like, I think eventually all of them had it. But yeah, that they eventually like, you could turn it, and that was cool. So
Weird.
yeah,
Yeah. Then we got so two of these are going to be pretty close. It's kind of what we want to say. The Xbox One controller.
so it's interesting. All the Xbox controllers, pretty much after this, have just been a little bit innovative of the
Yeah.
360 controller. So they're all very similar now. So, so which
The
one are we
one.
on exactly? The one. Okay.
Xbox One. So this one does not have a share button, but they increased that form factor for that Xbox One. Oh man,
Yeah,
it feels
is
so
this
good.
where Rumble Triggers started as well too? I know you don't like this stuff, but
I'm
we're gonna
not
have
sure.
to talk about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rumble started here. I'll go A on this one. I don't think it has the legacy that the 360 one has, but it's still a very good controller.
I think that form factor makes it better. But you want to go top of A?
Sure, that's fine with me.
Okay. Okay. And then before we get to the new gen, we have the Xbox Elite controller.
Ooh, we're gonna count these. Okay, so I never.
Yes.
Oh no, I did hold the Elite one. I've never held the Elite 2. Is the thing?
Yeah, which I think it's very similar. I don't think it has much difference.
Okay.
This
So I
is
guess the
best
only
controller.
question would be: is this? Yeah, this is your favorite. I guess my question would just be: do you want to put both the Elite 1 and 2 into that? Is that the Elite
Yeah,
1?
they don't have a separate one here.
Okay.
This is the Elite one. This doesn't have. This just has like a switcher button. It doesn't
Oh,
have
okay.
like the share button,
Sure.
which kind of sucks. I wish it would put a share button on here.
Yeah.
But best controller ever made.
Sure. I'm down.
I
with
think
that.
this is above the 360.
Okay. Cool.
The
yeah.
customizability of it, the nice weight. It's got a good weight to it. I love. This is where they introduced the circular D-pad, which we'll get to with the new gen controller. I
Yeah.
love that circle D-pad. Then we get to the Xbox One controller, or I'm sorry, Series X and S controller,
Okay.
which has the share button
yeah.
and has the circular D-pad, which I actually have right here.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, again, it's very much like the 360 controller, just built on a little bit more. I love this controller too. Pretty much all of these are all right in the same area. I think
this is better than the 360 because I do think it has a better form factor. It's got a better D-pad.
it just doesn't. If we're counting legacy, though, is my thing. Is like it does not have the legacy of the. Obviously, couldn't.
Nothing
the system's
will.
only
Yeah.
For
I don't think any controller in terms of legacy will have that, right? Because
I'm fine with S tier, but I would go below the 360 controller.
Okay. I got the Elite above, so okay.
That's fine
I'm good.
with me. Yeah.
I'm good. Okay. There is a Sega here, which I don't really have as much.
I had a
I've
Sega
used-
Genesis, so I know the controller. I do not think that controller is very good.
Oh no, the Switch Pro is here. I see it. Can I put the Switch Pro?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna put the Switch Pro at an S behind the Series X and S controller.
Cool.
Okay. Just because I love that controller so much.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't know a ton about Sega, so I'm not really gonna go.
Yeah, we don't gotta. I'd say just
too
move on to
much.
PlayStation.
Yeah. So there's the original PlayStation with no sticks. I don't really
Analog sticks.
know if you want to do that one or you just want to do just PS1.
Just let's just move on to the one with the analog sticks.
Okay.
I mean, we could rank it if you wanted to. I think it's gonna be pretty fucking low. It doesn't even have analog sticks.
Yeah, right. So PS1.
PS1 with the analog sticks.
This definitely with the analog sticks. This definitely revolutionized controllers
For sure.
Like this was the thing. You were like,
I would say this is the best one in terms of legacy and like influence behind the 360 one.
I mean, I personally would argue NES over all of them solely for the fact that we would not have modern home controllers without it.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, I mean,
legacy
you make a great point there. That one does have a lot of legacy to it, yeah. But I mean, I would certainly consider this one up there. I think until 360 came out, this was like the most influential controller of that decade.
Definitely. So, is it better than?
I'll go A, low A, probably. Maybe high B.
Really? So yeah, I was thinking B. That's where I was going.
Yeah, you can go.
Is it
high
better
B,
than
low
the
A.
Xbox S controller?
No, I mean,
'Cause I feel like that
I
form
don't think
factor
it's
might be a little
better.
bit better.
I think the legacy is higher, but yeah, I
Is
think
that
the
enough to? Is that enough
what
to
what did
put
we
it up
have that
front?
one in?
That's B.
That's
That's the
B.
number one in B.
Okay, I maybe right behind that. I'd go.
Okay,
That sounds cool
sure.
with me.
That sounds good. We have the PS2 controller, the black one.
Mm,
I like
I
the PS2. I think
I
it's
love the
better.
PS controller. I like it more than the next
I
one we're
never
gonna
owned it.
talk about. Certainly,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
controllers were like the typical like these are pretty cheap. You can do whatever you want with these, and everyone's got a shit
They're
ton of
really
them.
lightweight.
Yeah, really lightweight, which I don't like too much, but
No.
it did start the PlayStation controllers, right? And not start, but like all of them kind of have that same factor now off that PS2 stuff. But yeah, I don't think it has as much legacy as the first analog stick one on PS1. So I'd probably go low B on this one, high C.
You'd put it below the DualShock one.
Yeah, the DualShock one
Okay.
with the analog sticks. Yeah,
I'd put it above, but okay. I will bend the knee.
sure.
Then we got the DualShock 3.
Yeah, the PS3 controller.
Garbage controller.
Horrible. This one super lightweight.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so light. It feels like a toy in your hands. It just feels like plastic. I hated this controller. I hated everything
It's
about
not
it.
a good controller.
The fucking R2 L2 they like point down so your fingers like slide off of them like that. I hate that. I don't like any of that.
6-axis.
Yeah.
I don't need that in controllers. I know.
No, I thought the PS3 controller was garbage. I would
honestly,
high
I'm
D.
gonna say it. I was gonna put it below the Wii. I think the Wii. I had way more fun with the Wii.
Oh,
controller.
I definitely don't agree with that.
Okay,
I think the
okay.
Wii one's awful, but
All right, we'll put it high D. We'll put it high D.
okay, that's cool with me.
I'm surprised we're agreeing as much. I didn't think we would.
Oh, it's coming.
Disagree? Okay.
Yeah.
DualShock 4.
DualShock 4, here you go. It's coming, like I said. I think this controller does so many cool things that you have to put it very high. I know it doesn't feel as great. I would put this like low A. I really like the stuff coming out of the mic. The triggers are different. The light up stuff, I like that stuff.
Better
I think
form factor than the other ones.
Yeah, I think the controller, I mean, especially with the R2, L2, they point up now so your fingers don't fucking slide off. That's great. I think
Still don't like the triggers as much.
No.
As like an Xbox controller, personally.
Yeah.
I still think that
I like how wide they are. I like that stuff. Yeah, I think it's a great controller. I thought it was
I think
great
this
for
is
that
the
gen.
first like solid controller that PlayStation made.
Sure. Yeah, I thought it was
I
a very
like the
good
DualShock
controller.
4. I don't love the DualShock.
What was the problem with this one was the battery. Is the
It was
batteries.
awful.
Yeah,
It was awful.
That thing would die.
Either had to be plugged in or a second one charging.
But as a controller as a whole, just holding it and like playing games with it, I thought it felt great. So
I would say, kind of looking here, like I would probably put an A maybe.
Yeah, I'm fine with A.
Maybe like behind the Xbox One controller because I think I like the Xbox One controller more.
I just think this one did cooler stuff than the Xbox One controller at that point, but I'm fine with behind it too.
I'll let you make the call.
Yeah, go one behind it, whatever that is.
Okay, that's it. The only ones we have an A is the Xbox One and then the GameCube behind that.
Yeah, that's fine then.
So in between.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got the final PlayStation one, the DualShock, or I was gonna call it. Why I just called it the DualShock 5? The DualSense is a bad name.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
don't understand.
What a bad name.
I don't know why they had to drop the ball like that. You could have just gone with DualShock,
What a bad name.
Yeah, I don't
The
think
Dual?
DualShock's a great name either, honestly. But like,
I
we
think
could
it's
just
cooler.
call it the controller. I don't know.
I think it's because Xbox doesn't call their special, other than the Elite, right? That's it.
Yeah. It's like this is just an Xbox controller.
It's an Xbox
It's
controller.
like this. They could just be a PlayStation controller. You don't gotta name it.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
We got the DualSense.
This is what I would consider the best controller out right now. Maybe the Elite. I would kind of have to buy an Elite 2 to play around with it like that. But I think it just does so much cool stuff, man. I know you don't like the rumble, you don't like the lights, you turn all that stuff off. But it is super cool. It's all the different feelings you get in the controller. I don't think it's like amazing or anything. I understand it's just different vibrations and stuff like that throughout the controller. But it is a very cool, nifty idea. But then I think the weight to this one, they really copied that 360
This
weight,
is
stuff like
PlayStation's
that.
best controller
For sure.
I don't know if it's like, again, it has a battery issue. Thing just dies too quickly.
Sure.
I do think this is their best controller. The form factor, like it's weird. I don't like the kind of separate.
See,
Like
one
I'd have
thing
to
I
grab it.
have disliked since the Xbox One generation that I haven't brought up is I do not like the analog sticks on the 360. They feel a bit too, or not 360 though, the one and a little bit on this one. They're a little bit wider now, but they just feel a little too small for me. I don't really like how my
They
thumbs
feel
go on
small.
it. Yeah, the analog
But you
sticks
just got big old
themselves,
hands.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got some big thumbs, but I don't know. The analog sticks have always just felt like I'm like on top of it instead of like in it, if you know what I mean. I don't know. It just it's always felt a little bit off to me. Whereas this one, I really like the wide top of the analog stick on the DualSense. And the triggers obviously feel much better, stuff like that. And then just what it does, man, is so fucking cool. I love the mic. I love the lights. The rumble stuff.
Right.
Dude, the mic, when I was playing GTA and the fucking the radio from the cop comes out the controller, love it. Lamar's calling you, he comes out the controller, love it.
No, he doesn't.
The red blue lights flashing on your controller when the cops are chasing you, so fucking cool. Love that stuff. Playing Astrobot, like walking through the mud and you could like feel him slowing down and like each step he took like that. I don't know. I think the DualSense does a lot of cool stuff and I think it feels very similar to the Xbox controllers now. So with all that, I would put it as number one.
Offset sticks, I think.
I don't understand
Bring
that.
that a
See,
lot
I know
down.
you talk about that a lot. I don't
Yeah.
feel a difference. I never really did. I've never
I
really.
think
It's never bothered me. But
For me, it's comfortability. I think that the offset is so much more comfortable
sure.
feeling.
Especially nowadays when I switch back and forth, I really don't feel a difference. So
I think for me and you that play so many, like obviously it's not as big for us.
yeah,
I
maybe
assume
I'm just
that
used
like
to it more.
yeah, we're a little more used to it. Yeah, I mean for me, it is an S tier, but it is bottom S. I still think that the Switch Pro is better. That's the bottom of the S that we have.
Since
right
I
now.
like the Xbox one so much, I'm gonna just assume the elites are even better than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
I mean, obviously. So I would do elite whatever number. Did we count the elite too, or we're just not even counting that?
Just the elite. Just the elite.
Just the elite. Okay, so I would put elite at number one then, since I'm just assuming it's a better version of the current Xbox One. So that would have to raise it above the DualSense for me. But then I would put DualSense at 2.
You think so? So you think that it's better than the Switch Pro, than the Series X?
I think it's definitely better than the
and
Switch
the 360.
Pro. Yeah.
And then
Legacy
and then,
with the 360 is tough too.
It is. That's true.
Yeah, and then obviously this gen controllers don't have any legacy thus far. I mean, we won't have that for like another decade or whatever. So it's kind of hard to judge it off of that, right?
That 360 controller is just special.
Yeah,
it will always be in my heart. I mean, that's probably my favorite console, other than maybe like my Game Boy Advance or my DS. 360 might be my favorite console.
But yeah, DualSense. I'll let you put it where you want in S tier.
No, I mean,
so what do we have? Is it Elite and then 360?
It's Elite 360, then the Series X and S, and then Switch Pro. That's S.
So I'd be cool with behind 360.
As much as I don't agree, like I'm cool with that. Because I do.
But you also hate the stuff. Is the thing you turn all that stuff off?
Basically off of just the controller.
Yeah, you're basing it just off the controller itself and like not what it does and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the tech's cool. It's just
you gotta at least admit it's cool if you like that stuff and you want the options.
It just seems
you're just
like
a fucking weirdo and you don't like this.
No, I'm not a weirdo. It's to me.
How many people do you think turn it off? Because I would bet 90% of people keep it
on.
I think you'd be where you come from is such a hardcore multiplayer mindset. Because I know people that are super into competitive multiplayer are exactly like you, and they hate all that stuff because it fucks up their rhythm and stuff in games.
I've met people that don't like vibration too.
Yeah,
I don't know about all like the trigger stuff, but not like just like me, but like I've met people that just
people
don't
think
like
it fuck up their shooting and stuff like that. I've talked to
I'm talking about just normal people.
Yeah,
I've talked to just normal people.
Really.
Yeah, that just don't like vibration in the controllers. But like to me, the sense that I get from all of it does come from a multiplayer mindset back in the day. But like even now, it just feels like when you go into a movie and it's like 4D experience, your seat vibrates and you get water splashed on you.
But this is so much less than that.
I know, and that's what makes it worse. It's like I don't need this to immerse me. It actually distracts me. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I mean that's fair enough. I think it just adds to the immersion, honestly.
for me, it does the complete opposite because I'm thinking about everything that's happening in this controller when I want to be on the screen and
I
completely
love
focused.
it when there's like a cutscene and then like an explosion happens and your controller starts shaking. Oh, I love that stuff.
I'd rather my brain explode.
I love how much you hate this shit. Yeah,
Just play it out. I play it out, but I don't like it. But
yeah,
I
I
definitely
understand it from a competitive multiplayer standpoint. I do not understand it from like I'm sitting there playing Uncharted or whatever.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah,
The triggers are ridiculous. I don't understand how anybody would want that.
What do you mean? Oh, with the rumble triggers
Yeah,
and stuff like
well,
that.
the
See,
rumble.
even when,
rumble,
when I'm playing Forza, you know, and you do a drift, and then the controller starts shaking because I'm on the dirt a little bit, or like the left one goes a little bit. It's like stuff like
rumble
that. I love
in it
stuff
is
like that.
is a little different. I mean the adaptive triggers. I don't. That is utterly ridiculous to me.
Oh, okay, on the DualSense. Yeah, some of those are a bit finicky.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. Like the thing I like is like with this, it has like adaptive triggers, but they're switches.
See, when
You know,
in like Astrobot, I
it's
think that part
mechanical.
with like the monkey, and then like I
Yes.
locked on, and you couldn't.
Don't like that.
Oh, see, I like that a lot when like it felt like an extra button because like it did something else if you go all the way down, but then it would like stop you to go all the way down. I don't know, it just felt like a cool little idea specifically for that game because there's really not too much that comes to mind that I've used it. I know like Tony Hawk does it when like I'm trying to invert and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. You could place it where you want in S tier. I would go right behind the 360 one.
That's kind of where you're feeling. I'm cool with that. For me, like I said, it's behind Switch Pro. I do think it's a fantastic controller. I love that controller.
Sure.
I have some problems with how it's designed.
I just think like you must like it more than any other PlayStation controller with how wide and the heft to it, and that's definitely why I like it more than any other PlayStation controller.
For me, they still have work to do with the controller. PlayStation just keeps for me. They've just constantly
just
behind
want those offset sticks, man.
If they make an offset stick, see, you know what's funny? I would probably play way more PlayStation if I could just like use my Xbox controller on a PlayStation.
Interesting.
Because this is the main. Like, I'm not like some Xbox fan. I play everything everywhere. You know how many games I play? I play everything. It doesn't matter really. It's where the game is.
Everything,
generally.
People.
If I could use this controller on the other consoles, I would.
Yeah.
Like if I could use this on my Nintendo, I wouldn't care less about the Switch Pro controller.
Oh, I'm sure
you know what I mean.
Yeah, especially if you don't. I mean, not liking the extra stuff in the DualSense. Of course, you would just use that then on everything, right?
And it's stick placement, and like and the triggers are different. Like I like these triggers way more. These
you know
triggers
what I love on those is, and we forgot to mention this, is the grip on the.
Oh yeah.
I
Can you see
that.
the grip?
That's my favorite feature on these new Xbox controllers.
Right
is
here.
That little grip right there. Yeah, I love that thing.
And people love to make fun of like the Xbox controllers with like having like a play and charge kit or batteries or whatever. But guess what? These things last forever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
do. I do. We didn't even mention that. I do think it's ridiculous that they still use AA batteries in their controller.
I think they need to call Nintendo and say, "Hey, what are you doing with the Switch Pro controller? What magic? What wizard did you get to cast a spell on the Switch Pro controller? Because that thing lasts months,
forever.
It's insane." So whatever they are doing,
it's also smaller though than both these controllers. So I think that probably has a lot to do with it.
I think so. But like, I don't hate. I have play and charge kit. It's fine.
No, it's fine then, but it's bullshit. You had to go out and buy an extra attachment to get that. You know, I just think it should come with a play and charge kit, or just to just make the controller not even have a back, and you can just charge it.
I guess to play devil's advocate is that people like replaceable batteries because people just have them for other things, and they like charging their own batteries using better, longer lasting batteries.
Right? It's just there's so few things I use batteries for nowadays.
I know. Me too.
It becomes more and more noticeable each gen with these batteries that I gotta go out and buy.
I kind of would rather deal with this play and charge kit than constantly having to recharge my PlayStation controller.
Sure. I sit so close to mine that I can just plug it in and play while I'm doing it, so it's never too big a deal to me. But I mean, obviously I don't fucking like it. I'd rather not charge my controller every 3 hours, you know.
I also have multiple controllers, which helps.
Yeah,
but
so
like
you're ready to
you
go.
should not have to have multiple controllers.
No.
You know.
You also shouldn't have to buy batteries. It's just, it's just
Yeah.
give and take with both these things. It's there are things you could do to get around it. Like I bought a giant pack of AA batteries. That's
Do you not have a playing charge kit?
No, I never ended up buying one. Not yet. I'm gonna.
You should just do that.
Yeah, I will at some point. I mean, they're only like $25, but at some
Yeah.
point, I bought like a giant thing of AA batteries, and that'll probably last me a fucking year. With the Xbox controller. So it's not that big a deal, but it is still like, okay, why the fuck are we using batteries?
Yeah.
That'll do it then for the controllers. You want to read the full ranking?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of them. All right, so we got S tier, we got Elite controller, 360, DualSense, Xbox Series S and X, Switch Pro. Then we got A tier, we got Xbox One, DualShock 4, GameCube. We got B tier, we got the Xbox S controller, which is the original Xbox controller, DualShock 1, then DualShock 2, then the SNES controller, then the NES controller. Then for D tier, we got the Joy-Cons. I was trying to think, I almost forgot the name. The Joy-Cons, N64, the Duke, the big boy.
You remember that banana-shaped one? I don't know if they ever released it, but there was like a banana-shaped Xbox controller, like original Xbox controller. Oh, you looked.
I remember the chainsaw GameCube. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
And then the Wii U gamepad, and then D tier, the two worst controllers: PS3, DualShock 3, and I guess the Wii. The Wii controller.
I would agree with that. Fuck the Wii controller.
I don't think it's that bad.
I thought it was terrible. Anyways,
it got some good buttons to it.
Sure, quality buttons. Anyways, thank God Sims wasn't here for that. He would have had some fucking opinions. Let me tell you.
He's gonna tell them to us too.
He will. It's gonna be awful. Sims, don't listen to this part of the show. I guess it's too late. Whatever. That's gonna do it for this episode of Nerdic Gods. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/Nerdic Gods. Also, subscribe to us on audio platforms. That'll be helpful. Daniel, anything else you'd like to say?
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Should have said that up top. That's why I got my green lights. Yep.
That's today, huh? Okay, well, there you go, everybody. Go get drunk. See you later.
Bye, everybody.